Basic Architect. Welcome back. So, part of our PH11 series. Alright, it's the very first passive house that I've ever done. See the first two episodes up there. This is episode number 3. Yeah. So, today we're going to dive into some of the general concepts, and we're going to use the building section to take a look at that. So grab Big Red here, thin the pen down a little. Now, passive house, you got to remember, we're designing this house and doing the passive house calcs the year's 2009, so 14 plus years ago. Things were a lot different. This is one of the very first passive houses in the country, and so we're all learning at this point, so you can't really compare that to what we're doing today 14 years later. But in the building section, you know, when you look at it really quick, what you come to realize is that there is an outer wall and there's an inner wall. Right? And that happens on both sides. It's very clear here. So remember, we're going for kind of efficiency that we haven't quite seen on a regular basis with passive house. Right? And then not only do we see it on both of the walls there, but we also see it as we have an insulated slab here. And we also have a floor framed inside there. So there's this kind of dual nature to the design that suggests that we have something on the inside, wall on the outside, floor on the inside, and insulated floor on the outside here. And that's on the inside. And then there, and then of course in the attic we just have one large R100 cellulose roof assembly up there. And so you can see this dual nature that I'm speaking of. We're basically building a house within a house, right? So that you have walls on the inside that are holding gypsum board, your outlets, and all of that good stuff. But on the outside, we have a wall too that's kind of basically the boundary conditions between the inside and the outside wall, where our insulation, let me add a pen here, where our insulation in the wall basically fills up the wall. But because we have an inside wall and an outside wall, right, that means that our walls are thermally broken. Right? The means to conduct heat across this wall, whether I'm bringing heat from the outside in or heat from the inside out in the cold season, there is a very distinctive break in the middle of the wall there that provides that thermally broken system there. And likewise, the same could be said about down here, right? That this is all filled with insulation, but because we have this void between the insulation that's at the bottom and the insulation that's at the top, that is also thermally broken there, right? So let's take a peek at a few aspects of this that I think you can see. Now, a couple of the challenges here, actually before we go on, By doing this framed floor inside a floor, you know, we have this 10 inches, and then we've also added about 18 inches here. So we're at, you know, 28 inches or so to the top of the first floor from grade. So we had to play around. We did some nice patios and steps and stuff on the outside to kind of make that disappear, if you will. You know, the whole, well, we'll get into that when I talk about these details. I'm going to talk about all these details. Today I'm just trying to get you the general discussion. So let's move on and take a look here. This is nothing more than our simple double wall assembly, right? You can see there's our 2x4 inside wall. Here is our 2x6 outside wall. But most importantly, it is this space in between the walls that we fill with insulation, and that's what's given us that thermal break. You know, one of the beauties of going back and looking at this project in hindsight is we have all of the knowledge of the construction. I even have knowledge of the performance and all of that. So by going back in time, it helps us develop a better future, right? So, but you can see here the double wall, and likewise, when you have the windows here, you can see there's our double 2x6 sill on the outside. There's our double 2x4 sill on the inside, and just like down below, you have that space in between, and you can see it rise up here. And so nothing on the inside is touching the outside, right? And that's how we get that thermal break there. Here's a shot from the back right corner here, and you know, here it's really interesting because you can see this, what looks like a window, this is actually the top of the floor here, because remember, we're going to frame in all of this floor and fill it in with insulation. Remember back in the section, you can see here there's another doorway there, and that all gets filled in. So somewhere in here is that floor level coming across there, and then you can see, you know, they didn't do the interior walls. This is just a 2x6 wall, but you can see all of the joists, they bear down on that 2x6 wall on the outside. And so we rely on that as the structure. The inside wall, the inside 2x4 wall, is merely something to hold drywall, displace the insulation for the 12-inch wall that we had. So remember, if this is a 12-inch wall, and that's a 2x6 on the outside at 5.5, and then we have a 4 at 3.5 on the inside, that's 9. That gives us a 3-inch thermal break on those walls in between there. So I'm going to return back to the first drawing here, close this out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. But the section here, and you know, a couple other things from the section. Notice we have very nice overhangs to the tune of 24 inches. So water is taken care of, right? Because water kills our building. You can see down here, it is simply a slab on grade, or in some cases I would argue it's a slab above grade, right? Because grade is down here. And then we just basically have a 4.5 foot stem wall that got poured. It had a little shelf there, and like I said, we're going to go through these details. It's a trussed roof system, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things like access to that through, you know, that R100, which is somewhere on the order of, I think we asked for around 26 inches of cellulose up there. So we got a lot of good things to talk about here in the future. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. That's episode 3. Yeah, number 3 of our PH 11, better known as our Passive House 2011 series. I'm Steve Basic Architect. This is my vibe board assisting me in the education here and process. I'm a contributor on the Build Show and a host on the Unbuild It podcast. And if you're looking for more places to find me outside of YouTube, you got it. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and of course, you found me here. Tell all your friends and smash that subscribe button. Until next time, long live our buildings.